Welcome, everybody, to what should be a memorable experience for everybody here in the building. The Big 12 Championship game has a history of wild, dramatic finishes, and based on this matchup today, we could be in for another one. There's a lot more at stake than a championship trophy here today. There's playoff positioning and potentially just getting into the playoff on the line as well, so the stakes have never been higher. As we'll see the number 15 team in the country, the Utah Utes, taking on the 8th-ranked team, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. The Knights offense is going to get the chance to start this game off. And here he comes, the quarterback, all eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity, and that usually means their opposite.
Breaks clear, end zone ahead. Out past the 30. Finally tackled down at the 19, and just like that, the offense has moved into the red zone.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
The Knights are in the red zone. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And finally tackle him down at the 2-yard line. What a play on that completion.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
And they're trying to punch it in here. Couldn't quite get there, but brought down at the 1-yard line. See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
and he scores. Touchdown, Knights. Just getting settled in for this conference championship game. This offense already has put points on the board, Kirk.
Man, they are not wasting any time at all settling into this football game. They got straight to their reads. Quarterback did a nice job of just kind of executing the game plan, and they're up 7 here early.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football out to the 25-yard line. So the Utes offense gets their first crack now. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players. See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
The gain moves the ball to the 34.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. And the quarterback keeps it here. And the Utes offense is on the move now.
I love the toughness of this quarterback to be able to pick up some good yards like this, to move the chains, keep this drive alive. His team will feed off of his energy when he makes plays like this.
Nice run. He's brought down to the 44.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers and make the play.
Offense looking to keep the drive going here. 3rd and short now from the 44. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. Stop right near midfield. It'll be a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
He's brought down, but the gain moves the ball to the 39.
Oh, that was close. Got just enough for the first down against that man-to-man coverage. Good awareness by the receiver to get past the sticks and move the chains.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Defense is coming after him. And the freshman making an impact play there.
There's a nice play by this defense. After giving up a huge gain, they're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
That sack makes it 2nd down and forever. Looking to throw. It's Rhodes. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And a big gain down near the 29. They're threatening.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. Quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the coach.
They bring the heat and get him behind the line.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
That sack sets up a 2nd down and long. There's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
One thing we know for sure, I don't know as a play caller, you can make that call without a quarterback who can throw it with a big arm. He put that on a rope.
Pitch to the back. Finding space at the 20. He's tackled after a big gain. Picks up a first down. Great execution on the option.
Well, this is a missed opportunity for this defense. They had him at 3rd down and long. They're so consumed with thinking about defending the pass that they completely missed defending the run. The offense is able to get exactly what they wanted, able to get the leverage and the blocking angles, and look at this. They got a first down.
And the Utes come to the line with 1st and goal. It's press coverage now from these DBs. Little eye candy here from the offense, some pre-snap motion. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the defense bringing out some big bodies to stop the run. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. They'll run it here. That's the running back with the ball. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Utes. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than a conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the coverage team able to bring him down. Okay, so the UCF offense is back out on the field. On the last possession, the defense just had no answer for this powerful ground game. Let's see what they can do this time. Looking to throw it on first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
So after a competitive, fun first quarter, we are all even. Let's check out some of the stats from that first period. And after a promising start, we hope that both these teams will just continue with more of this action. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And here's the handoff. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space. Have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the same runner's got it again. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
The freshman quarterback showing what a cannon he's got.
Nice play here. We'll have to see if this defense stays in man coverage after giving up that big play.
The Knights pick up enough to get a first down there. And now the handoff. Fighting him off.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Now it's second down here. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Receiver makes the catch. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. The Knights come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes the handoff. Gets some space around the 30. Stiff arms the man. Forced out of balance, but not before the football's moved inside the 10. It'll be first down and goal.
Boy, I thought he might take... house. What a nice job by being able to find that lane in that defense. He picks up big yards, and the defense is fortunate to get him out of bounds there inside the 10-yard line.
Offense racing down the field. It sets up a 1st and goal inside the 10. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And he just throws the ball away there and lives to play another down. That's a smart choice on 1st down. 2nd and goal for the offense. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's got it near the end zone. Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Let's see what they can do here. 3rd down and goal from the 1. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, great stop here by this defense to bring us to 4th down and decision time for the head coach. You go the easy route with a field goal, or this close to the goal line, you take a chance and try to get that touchdown.
The pass falls incomplete. A big 4th down stop for this defense.
Chris, they had exactly what they wanted. I can't believe this would have been a touchdown, but he drops the ball on 4th down.
He'll hand it off. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. That's the 2-minute warning now here in the 1st half. Well, now it's a nightmare for any offense. 3rd and long from their own 1. They've got to get a few yards to give the punter some room here. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down. The Utes will line up to punt it away. Gets the kick away from his own end zone. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And the ball is hauled in. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field. And that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
Now in 3rd and very long, looking to throw. Looking right, this one caught. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback looking to scramble. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have 1st and goal right there. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The Knights trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. To be muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Now it's 3rd down and goal for the offense. And he drops back in the gun. Looking to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. And that's a solid return after the interception.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, a first half that gave us some riveting moments, not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. In other words, a dynamite start to the Big 12 championship. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day.
The Knights will kick this away to start the second half. And so it'll be a touchback, ball spotted at the 25. And the Utah offense takes the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense, first down. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Caught over the middle. It's Ryan. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Quick pressure. They've got him down for a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Catch made over the middle. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's fourth down coming up. The Utes will send their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the UCF offense back out on the field now. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Here comes the opening play of the drive. They begin from the 33. Running through the tackle. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
Well, these linebackers better put on the big boy pads today facing a big physical runner like this who can take hits and give them back. The only way they can stop this runner.
And the sophomore has got him for a sack. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked. The Knights will send the punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. Oh, and he's got some space here. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Movement here from the tight end. The back's got it. Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. He's found some room at the 45. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Utah. And they go in front here in the second half.
What a long run for the touchdown. I don't know if this defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud. I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both, because the running back just went right by them so easily for the big gain and a big-time score.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Okay, so the UCF offense is back out on the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. Going to try to use his legs here. And they get him down, but that's a solid gain there to move the sticks using his feet.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Aggressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Quarterback drops back. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner, picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Got him, he's sacked.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
And they'll kick it away here. This one will be fair caught. And the Utes offense takes the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
Looking downfield, it's Rose. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Well, another sack. You know, as the offensive coordinator, you're ahead in this game. Maybe you should change the game plan to help your quarterback a bit. This pass rush has gotten home way too many times, and you should focus more on preserving the lead.
Looking to make a big play downfield. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he steps out of bounds, but a crucial takeaway. Great play by this defense. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Tries the right with a quick throw. And when he doesn't hang on, looks like it was deflected before it got to him. That'll bring up second down.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. And sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and it all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looks left and finds his target there. And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. They bring him down, but wow, the freshman showing off the arm strength. The Knights line up with a first and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Second down and goal upcoming. They'll try to run this one in. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Boy, they're just not successful here on second and goal, but let's give a lot of credit to this defense. They've looked good on these first 2 opportunities by the offense. They strung that last play out and forced a loss of yardage.
And he's got it. Touchdown, UCF.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5 wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
And they tack on the extra point. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Grab down the middle. It's Stanley. And they bring him down, but that's enough for a first down as the clock runs down here in the third quarter. Heck of a ride through a very competitive first three quarters as we check out some of the stats here. And let's see how this one unfolds in the final quarter, set to get underway. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in that era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Touchdown. Nice. Wow, what a play. A defensive score.
What a play here by the defense. We kept thinking this defense might have to come up with a stop to give the ball back to their own offense to see if they can maybe take the lead, but instead they take matters into their own hands and come up with a turnover and a touchdown.
So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Utah offense takes the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick six in the last possession. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Dropping back. It's Rose. Finds an open target on the left side. Physical running. Fights off the defender. They finally get him down. It's a big gain. Ball moves to the 47.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? And they'll use the ground game here. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
They'll keep it on the ground with the draw play. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Boy, draws and screens are a great way to counter an effective pass rush. Allow those defensive ends to get upfield and then hand it off at the last second.
Try and muscle for the first down. They'll get him, but he put the spin cycle on that defender. Wow.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you got a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball.
Sacked on heavy pressure there.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
That sack sets up the second down and very long. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Handed off for a draw. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And the Utes will bring their punt team on the field now. And the kick angles out of bounds, so no return possible here. And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. Tackle made after just a short game.
Well, this is definitely not the time to get cute as an offense and as a play caller. This defense is thirsty for any kind of big play at all to try to create a turnover. So just keep it on the ground and play smart.
They'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing. We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Dropping back, we're going to throw for the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
You got to tip your cap. They've done everything you would ask of them in taking care of this quarterback. They do it again here on third down, working with that lead. You know the pressure's coming, and they deliver.
And the single back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, UCF.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. And the Utah offense takes the field. The last possession, they were forced to kick it away. Can they finally get things going this time? First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Utes.
Well, hold on now, Chris. We're under 2 minutes to go, and these guys will not go away. They hit this extra point, cover an onside kick. You never know.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the quarterback will take a knee. What an amazing run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12. They've become a piece of the history of that